All right, guys, good morning and welcome back. So now in this video I want to show you guys how to make this beautiful outfit. So if this sounds interesting to you, stick around to the end of this video and watch how this outfit was made. Now the first thing I did was to cut a black strand. Now this black strand is 2 inches on fold, right, on fold, and then I hemmed it all through this way. Now the length of this strand is the total distance from the hemline towards the neck and back again to the outfit, right? That's, if you understand what I'm saying, that's measuring from the hemline, go up to the neck and come down again to the other side. So the width is 4 inches and the width for the black is 2 inches on fold and then 4 inches on open up, right? Now the measurement for the white is less than half of an inch, less than 1 inch rather, that's 3/4 inch. Then I still cut it at the same length of the black strand, and then I joint it at the midpoint. Now the middle joining will be placed at the back neckline. Please note that these materials were not cut on bias, they were cut on a straight form and joined as shown. Then the first thing to do here is to stitch the white to the black outfit, to the black strand, right? Make sure you stitch down this white on the black this way. Now remember I told you the measurement, the white is less than 1 inch, something of 3/4 or half an inch is ideal. It all depends on how pronounced you want your white to be. So stitch all along to the very length or the distance, and then the next thing to do is to open up this outfit. The opening I did here is 1.5, right? I use 1.5 inch opening. I cut it out 1.5 inch opening, but you can use 1 inch to make it so that it will not be too wide. Then I also slashed the neckline to give me that curvy effect. So after doing that, then I will place the center joining from the center back neck, that's from the right side. I will place the back of the white facing the fabric from the center back neck, and then stitch from the inside. Stitch from the inside. The white is facing the right side of the fabric, that's they're mirroring each other. Then I must make sure I stitch across the first line I used to attach the white strand to the black fabric. Then stitch all through that way. Then when stitching, the main aim here is to achieve a perfect white size when you are sewing. So make sure you arrange it properly. Now the reason I started from the center back neck is to make it align, so the joining will be at the center back, right, in order to hide any unnecessary join effects. So stitch all through this way, stitch all through this way, stitch all through this way. I know most of you might have been looking for how to do this. It's a very simple design, you can do it, right? So just follow the process or the protocols I am showing you in this video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and also tell me how impactful this video might have been to you. If you're a first-time viewer, please kindly subscribe to my channel. It does not take you much, right? Just to click the subscribe button, that's all you need to do. It helps me to be aware that much people are appreciating my work here on this channel. Then continue from the center back again and stitch to the other end of the fabric, right? Bear in mind that that opening must be opened across the neckline down to the hemline of the front panel. Then stitch all through to the very end. So the reason I am allowing you guys to see the whole processes is to enable you understand properly, without cutting off some vital areas of this video. So don't see it as a boring video, rather see it as a video that is very informative and self-explanatory. So stitch all through this way, stitch all through this way, and then as you're stitching, you can see how I am arranging the panels of the outfit to lap properly with the black strand. In doing this, I don't I'm not in a haste. So if you're making such designs, please don't be in a haste. Take your time, move in gradually, sew it gradually. As you sew and end at this very point, this is all you need to do first. So look at the results we have achieved. The center panel is open. Then don't forget to cut your threads as always. No, cut it now, because if you say later, you will forget. Then after which, this is the result we have. So it's still going to undergo weaving and ironing to make it lap as we desire. So after you have done this, now the next to do now is to weave. So in weaving, you must make sure you weave those edges properly. It's advisable to use exact color of the thread you have, or a dark color, but because of this is an illustration purpose, so that's why I'm using white to weave. But however, in making yours, try to get a matching thread to weave in order to give you that neat finishing effect that you might crave for. So go all through that process and weave all of this, weave all through to the very end, weave all through to the very end. So if you have watched this video to this very point, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, comment, so that YouTube will recommend my video to other viewers just like you, for them to know that we have something educative on this channel. So here we have weaved all through, and then the next thing to do here is to iron out the strands, the black area, to lap properly. So you can see how beautiful our outfit is already turning out. Then iron out all through this way, iron all through this way. Place your fabric on top all through that way and iron. So when you're ironing, you still need to use a fabric to place on top so that it doesn't stain or dent the white, because of the fact that you are using a hot steam iron. It will go all through that way. So now in the placement, the left panel will be placed on top of the right. Please note that the left will be placed on top of the right, just like in the case where you are doing your flap. So right, the flap, the left one is the one that you open, right? Is the one on top. So this is how you arrange it. So in arranging it, you also place fabrics on the shoulder region, right? You iron it down, then you make sure you arrange it all through, then bring hemming gum and place underneath. Underneath, don't forget that the left panel of the outfit will lap on the right. That is very important. So place hemming gum underneath this way, and then just one strand is enough. Then place the other one on top that way, and then you will iron. So make sure that the other black is not covering much of the white. It must lap or end at that exact point where the white ended, or the white started from, right? So you make sure it's properly arranged. Then bring your fabric as well. You can still iron directly if you want, but make sure you first of all cross check what you are doing. And once you have achieved it in this form, let me iron directly, or can still continue using that. Then arrange the black to lap properly while you iron all through. Iron it all through. Don't allow any stain. You see how I am preserving the whiteness of that white fabric added there, because if you do otherwise, you will see stains all over. By the time the black or the ash drops color, though I'm using a good fabric, but by the fact that you are using a steam iron, it might stain it. So you take your time, arrange all the fabrics in that form, and then once you get to this point, the next to do now is to stitch. You are stitching down the black tip, making sure it's lapping properly. Please make sure it's lapping properly. As you can see how mine is lapping, so just make sure it's lapping properly. Then at this point, you are going to hide any leftover hemming gum that did not gum well. Later on, I will iron it as well to make it gum. So for now, I will stop here, and then stitch the other end as well. So the other end must be stitched as well in order to give it that lapping effect or perfect finishing you might crave for. Later on, I will cut off that black little thread that is coming at the edge there, then stitch all through. Bear in mind that where I'm stitching is only the black part. Please don't stitch the white. The white does not need to be stitched. Only the white, only the black. Then make sure you stop at that area. So here I am preparing for the sleeve turn up. As you can see, the sleeve had its own turn up as well. So this fabric I'm cutting here is 3.5 inches. Then I'm folding 1.5 inch or 1 inch this way, 1 inch this way, fold 1 inch this way. Then I brought a white strand as well and placed underneath. Then use hemming gum and place in that form. The white strand is 1.5 inch underneath, so I just make it to come out in this form for the tip. Then I make sure that it aligns, like the tip of the white coming out must correspond with whatever you have there. So you make sure it laps properly that way. You make sure it laps properly that way. And then after you must have done that, the next to do here is you cut off the excess threads or whatsoever you have there. So this is just how you would carefully or gently prepare all of these components and couple it, and then you achieve the same result or even better result than mine. Remember that if you are new on my channel, you just need to go through other videos I made on drafting. I have a concrete and self-explanatory videos I have done previously on drafting of a basic senator outfit. So stitch all through, iron out through that way. And when you get to this very point, when you're done, then make sure you cross check the both to be of the same width, and then cut off any excesses. Bear in mind that the length of this is the length of the round sleeve I have plus extra inch added on the sleeve, right? So you have to, any area that is not properly lapped, you arrange it properly and re-iron again. This might be a bit tedious, but that is the best way to achieve this result. Then cut off any excesses you have here, and also cut the other one off as well. So when you are done with this, you're going to now sew and turn for the sleeve. It's kind of a turn up, right? So the sleeve length will be exact of the sleeve measurement plus extra 1 inch. Then I am measuring here 2 inches because I will use 1/2 inch to stitch and turn, and then 1.5 will be the total black width we will have. So 2 inches is what I'm measuring. From the tip of the black is where I'm measuring my 2 inches from. So trying to make sure I align it properly. So you cut all through this way, cut all through this way. So this is what you will have. So from here you will now stitch from inside, placing the black on this area. So stitch all open from here, stitch all open from here to the very end of the other sleeve. So once you're done with that, you cut your threads. Now the next thing you need to do here is to top stitch it, but then I will first of all go and iron first before I top stitch. So I will do the next one. I will iron first before I top stitch. So bringing the other sleeve as well, I do the same thing I did, stitching from here all through, stitch from here all through, stitch from here all through, stitch all through from here, stitch all through from here, stitch all through from here to the very end, after which I will cut my threads, and then cut my threads as well, and then I open press. So here you must open press in this form in order to make it to lap or relax properly. So if you don't open press, you will have a rough job. So you must open press in this form, then lap it. You see how it's relaxed at one touch, right? Then iron from the back of the sleeve, iron all through from here. So after you must have done this, iron all through from here, then the next you will do now is to top stitch. So in top stitching, you stitch on the black part. Please leave the white, don't stitch on the white. That is the beauty of the outfit. The white should not be sewn at any time. So the tip of the white should be left that way. As long as it came out small, that's the beauty of the outfit. So stitch the same thing here, and then go ahead and fix your sleeve, and you are good to go. So the next you will see will be on the roundish black and white stuff on the chest line, which I use color gum as well to prepare the black stuff. Then I cut around a measurement of that range, then tucked it out, which is what I'm trying to fix now. Then I turned it out from the underneath, then placed it on the chest region, on the pocket point where the pocket should be, and then I just stitched all through, just across that way. And that's all I need to do. And here is the final result. Thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like and share, subscribe to my channel. Bye bye for now. See you next.